distributed like auction lots. Years later, one godchild said in a
Princess Diana's 17 godchildren were not the main heirs to her fortune, but they became central to the most disputed part of her estate. The controversy did not come from a secret beneficiary. It came from the legal difference between Diana's formal will and a separate letter explaining what she wanted done with jewelry and personal belongings. Princess Diana asked that her jewelry and 3/4 of certain personal possessions go to William and Harry. She wanted the remaining quarter divided among her 17 godchildren. On the surface, that sounds like a clear instruction. Legally, however, the wording and form of the document mattered. A letter of wishes can guide executors, but it is generally not binding in the same way as a properly executed will. After Diana's death, her executors and the young princes obtained a court order varying parts of the estate plan. One result changed how the personal belongings were distributed. Instead of the godchildren sharing 1/4 of the collection by value, each child eventually received one selected item. Contemporary reports described dissatisfaction among some parents after the details became public. Diana's godchildren therefore received something, but not the valuable collective share that many readers believed the letter had intended. This is where the story becomes emotionally difficult. Diana appears to have wanted a meaningful portion of certain belongings to reach those children, yet the less formal document did not have the same legal strength as the will, and the court-approved arrangement produced a narrower result. That outcome should not be confused with the inheritance of William and Harry. The sons remained the main equal beneficiaries of the residuary estate. The issue involving the 17 godchildren concerned a separate group of personal possessions and the interpretation of Diana's wishes. It did not mean one person secretly received everything. The case also shows why estate planning language matters. A person may write a heartfelt note believing it clearly communicates an intention, but if the note is discretionary, informal, or missing the language required to make it binding, executors may have legal room to act differently. Courts may approve changes, especially when minor beneficiaries and trusts are involved. Princess Diana's godchildren became part of a lasting lesson rather than a hidden royal conspiracy. Good intentions were present, but legal force was unequal. The outcome remains controversial because the emotional meaning of Diana's request was larger than the individual items eventually distributed. Princess Diana clearly remembered the godchildren in her personal planning, which is why their reduced outcome still attracts attention. The responsible conclusion is not that they inherited nothing or that one secret person took their share. They received selected items under a changed, court-approved arrangement that differed from the broader wish described in the letter.